Yo, this is Sparing Myself the Pain, a rundown of all the negative things that I'll miss out on by being a marriage free and child free woman. Let's get into it. Painful thing number 20, criminal conduct by spouse. Yeah, I can't really think of many things that would be more humiliating than having your spouse arrested in charge of something like of a sexual or violent nature. Like these men who are perusing the internet trying to hook up with underage girls, and they know that stings are set up. They know that the FBI and whatever, they have these, what do you call them, decoys. They have officers who pretend to be underage girls in order to lure them in. They know that they exist, and they still fall for it. I'm glad that they fall for it. But still, I think that I would just kill over and die from embarrassment if my husband was arrested for like soliciting a minor for possession of child pornography or like rape or something like this. It's become such a common thing. I think that people are kind of numb to it now, which is unfortunate. It is just it should never be just another Tuesday or another Saturday when a grown ass man is arrested and charged with trying to have sex with a fucking 12-year-old. But, people just are not outraged enough for my liking. There should be torches and there should be pitchforks. But on social media, on like Instagram or whatever, you'll see people in the comments making jokes about it. Like, these people are shit. Your husband gets arrested for something like that or murder. How many times has that happened that, some man is arrested for being a serial killer or a suspected serial killer and he's got a wife and kids, living a double life? That's humiliating because that's something that would definitely make the news. That would make probably worldwide news. And if you have any kids at home, you would have to explain that to them. They're like, well, mommy, why are the police here? It's because, yeah, your daddy broke the law. They were able to trace his DNA to like a dead body that they found in the woods. So now he's going to go away for pretty much the rest of your life. How do you even explain that to kids, little kids? And of course, since he is entitled to legal representation, you'll be having to pay for his lawyer out of your shared income. I already made a video about shared finances, but imagine you having shared finances and having to pay the attorney fees for a piece of shit that you know is guilty. That would piss me off. I might even get arrested for trying to strangle him. If they're arrested for something like tax evasion or fraud, oh my goodness. Tax evasion, not only will he end up probably going to prison, he'll have to still pay off the debt when he gets out, plus a fine. So you're looking at potential financial ruin because of somebody else's jackass behavior. I can't even imagine how traumatizing a situation like that could be when you're just living your life, enjoying every minute of it, thinking that everything is great, only to have the law, especially like the FBI or something, come and kick your door in and just turn your whole world upside down and sideways. That doesn't sound like something that anybody would ever recover from. From having their personal space, invaded by law enforcement, but also realizing that they've been deceived and lied to by their spouse. And then there's, the possibility of any like lawsuits after that. You know, if the victims of these crimes, living victims of these crimes, decide to sue, It'll impact you. It'll impact your kids. You know, you might end up having to move back home with your own parents because of somebody else's actions, and that sucks. You know, depending on what kind of crime they commit, your friends might desert you. You know, they might feel sorry for you. They might, be supportive. But if your spouse, your husband is arrested for, molesting somebody's child, they might decide to cut ties with you. They might assume that you knew about it. Your family might decide to cut ties with you if they think that you knew about it. Yeah, people are shitty. People are liars. People are dishonest and two faced. So, yeah, I think being single and child free is the way to go to avoid things like this. Remember, your life is yours to live, and you don't have to explain yourself